If she doesn't like it and she says no to your script, then you better go back and check your script again and work on it. Because if she's saying no to it, then there is something which is genuinely not going to connect with the audience.
Thank you. That is so sweet. Thank you.
I genuinely feel great actors are actually somewhere great directors also.
I'm happy to assist you for life. And on set also, whenever you need me, I'll just be there. Whatever.
Where we are right now with the baby, we had to reduce a lot of traveling.
And to see a national flag being there, I don't know, it just made me really happy.
So, Ashwatthama right now has been put on back burner, but there is something which we are developing, which I think in all probability we are going to shoot in June, July.
मतलब आपको I think बताने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. He'll just put it out in the world. Something big coming up, guys. Just hold on.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
All good. Like I was telling Yami and Aditya as well, congratulations on the trailer. It looks phenomenal. So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, should we start?
Absolutely.
Firstly, welcome to Pinkvilla. It's so good to have you all here.
Thank you.
My first question is to Aditya, both the Adityas actually. How did you all decide to make a film on Article 370? Like, what was the inception to make a film on this subject?
I think this decision which was taken on 5th of August 2019, there were two important things that were really great about this. One was that this decision was taken very secretively. So nobody knew what was happening. There were only speculations around, but people didn't know कि हो क्या रहा है और क्या होने वाला है जब तक वो बिल पास नहीं हुआ.
Yeah.
So one thing was certain that this mission was very secretive. किसी को पता नहीं चला कुछ. And second thing which was very crucial was that this mission took place without losing a single innocent life. In a valley which is of 70 years of violence, of conflict, of stone pelting, of terrorism and of everything. So when Aditya Dhar and we were just discussing it and we were like looking at this thing. So we knew that agar mission aise karna hai, because of these two pointers, we could just only imagine that behind this whole mission, whatever must have happened or how they actually executed it must have been a big picture, must have been some big magnum opus operation. So some investigative journalists also shared the story with Aditya and kind of the Pippin what happened really in it, and that told one thing certainly, that like 90-95% of it is not in public domain. तो वो कैसे हुआ, कब हुआ, क्या हुआ समझ आ गया ऑडियंस को, लेकिन कैसे हुआ इसके बारे में थोड़ी भी भनक भी नहीं लगी है कि क्या एक्चुअल में किस तरीके से वो एग्जीक्यूट किया गया. तो because originally there was so much of drama and action drama and everything in the original plot only, whatever research we did and place it on the table, and Aditya came out with the story and everything, we could understand that this is something that needs to be told to the audience. ये हर एक इंडियन ने स्टोरी देखने की बहुत जरूरत है, because जैसे it was an ऐतिहासिक decision, it was a legendary thing in the history of India as a decision to be made. And as a country, we have gone through so much. Today is 14th Feb, today is Pulwama anniversary. So I think it was very instrumental how those things finally, one after the other, they took place and how they are connected. And that story needs to be told. So that was the whole thing which made us feel that there has to be a film on it. Because दोनों चीजें थी उसमें, एक cinematic experience भी था and at the same time authenticity भी थी. उसमें बहुत चीजें real थी जो audience को पता नहीं है. तो ये कहानी तो audience को देखनी, मतलब it is very crucial that they know what happened, was the whole idea.
Correct. And Yami, I was reading one of your interviews just before this where you said that you like to be involved in the process of scripting. So when the research was happening for this film, were you also involved? Were you also discussing with Aditya that, okay, this is what I feel, this is my perspective? What was the process like between the two of you?
That's a little challenge with print interviews sometimes. They take you too literally. No, I like to be part of by scripting process. I meant once the script is handed over to me, mostly at least up till now. That's when an actor reads it, and I read it with a perspective not just from my character's point of view, but overall how I felt as an audience when I'm reading a script.
Yeah.
And basis that, I have some list of notes. I always request them to keep 2-3 blank pages at the finish of
Yeah.
and then the end of the script. And so they're very happy if the lesser the space taken. But so I write down everything. I write down whatever I feel, and there are times, of course, where those inputs are a part of the script, which doesn't mean I was a part of the scripting process, but that's just a process I really enjoy. And I feel as an actor, that's also a part of my job somewhere. If I'm willing to do, if that's something which really excites me and makes me more connected to the film and to the script. And so it's very simple. Either you give me a logic or I with my logic. So it's just that kind of a thing. And even with films that I don't end up doing, I still do this homework. I still make very elaborated notes and I still share with them. I think because I feel that's the least respect I can give to a writer and someone who's approached for their film for me, unless something has just not connected with me at all at concept level.
Yeah.
But somewhere if I feel that it's interesting, either I still try that, can it be better, in the sense, can we come on a creative common plane? If we cannot, but I always feel it's nice to share, because you never know it can, what it can do to a script. And so that's just a part of my process.
I would like to add a little bit on that. With Yami, she's very intuitive when it comes to scripts. She's very, very sharp. She knows, and it comes from the fact that she doesn't have ego. So because she doesn't have ego, she listens to everyone. She watches everything. She loves to get feedback on every smaller details of everything. Like, she wants to know. She's curious. And what happens with that is that somewhere when she's reading the script, she's reading the script as an audience. She's not reading the script as an actor who has to perform it. Yeah. And the important bit is that, like, if any of my friends or colleagues or assistants who approach me saying that, yeah, we want to pitch a script to Yami. So I will always tell them that, listen, it's a very dangerous thing. So they're like, why? So I always say that if she doesn't like it and she says no to your script, then you better go back and check your script again and work on it. Because if she's saying no to it, then there is something which is genuinely not going to connect with the audience.
Yeah.
So, and I've always seen that whatever films she has said no to have never worked on screen.
Okay.
Yeah, they have never worked on screen. Since the time I know her, since Uri, whatever scripts have come to her and big projects. And until and unless she's not 100% sure about the screenplay, the story, and the connect of the story with the audience, she'll never do it. And the fact is that if you see in the last 5 years, whatever she has done, it has absolutely worked.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So there is actually a great deal of process which goes through, and she's very honest about it. She's not somebody who's faking it here, and faking the things to herself. Ki, yaar, bada project mil raha, paise mil rahe, let's do it. So for her also, I've always noticed that for her, it's like it's her profession, it's her bread and butter, it's her vidya.
Yeah.
So she will never do anything which feels that she's cheating on her profession, like she's cheating on her. So that way she's exceptional with it. So with our scripts also, even the projects which she might not be a part of in terms of an actor, but I always make it a point that I share the idea with her and I share the script with her. And her feedbacks are so precise that I'm like, wow, like being a writer, I couldn't think of it. And she being an actor, she has such a great insight about things. So it's amazing. It's fabulous.
Thank you. That is so sweet. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. I think
Yami,
Himesh, all his
yeah.
questions have been answered. Sorry, Himesh, your
No,
interview
no,
has
no.
been cut very short. About
No,
me,
no.
at least.
No, but
Yeah.
has the thought of ever writing a script or direction come in your mind?
So
You know,
I'll tell you, I have a theory, and we keep discussing about this also. I've discussed once with Jambhale also, and I've discussed with a lot of people. I genuinely feel great actors are actually somewhere great directors also.
yeah.
They know exactly what is the demand of that script. They exactly understand. They will never look at their character, mera character kya hai. They'll always look at the film very holistically. What do we feel that is good for the film? Let's do that. And always I have noticed great actors are very generous. Great actors are very holistic when it comes to filmmaking process. And great actors are never insecure.
Yeah.
Insecure actors can earn money, might be they can reach to a certain level, but they'll never be like legends. Legends are always people who are very like secure, and they're very holistic, and they're very like they're team players.
Yeah.
So it's like, to answer your question, like I feel, and I'm not saying it because I'm her husband, I'm saying because what I've noticed, that she has a very good understanding of direction. She has very good understanding of writing. And that's what translates to her being a great actor. And I feel it. I somehow feel the same about Vicky also. I feel the same about Ranveer also. I feel the same about, might be like it's too big to say, but when I see Dilip Kumar Saab playing a character, I know that what he's doing it so holistically that you feel that, oh, if he would have directed, he would have been a great director also.
Yeah.
The only thing is that direction is something which is too stressful. It is really stressful.
Of course.
Like being a producer, being a director, now I can say direction is way more stressful than being a producer. But it is something. It's like it has its own high.
Yeah.
And it gives you. It basically, to create something always gives you a great kick.
High. True.
Yeah.
And to answer you, I'm happy to assist you for life. And on set also, whenever you need me, I'll just be there. I whatever. I can handle set, property, give you some water, costumes, anything. I'm always there.
Yeah. But I mean, what do you have to say about direction?
No, seriously.
Yeah,
I'm really not. No, that's not something I'm thinking right now. That perspective helps me, and I think Aditya, being with Aditya, because this was one of the most frequently asked questions ever since we got married. How has that helped you being an actor? And that's true. There is absolute truth in that. I think being with him has really empowered me a lot as an actor. Sometimes what happens, बहुत सारे ख्याल, बहुत सारे thoughts आपके सिर्फ दिल में होते हैं, आपके सिर्फ दिमाग में होते हैं, and you feel little hesitant to express it. That at least I'm that kind of person. I don't know how will I come across if I say, oh, can I come and watch the edit? Can I come and see how sound mixing is done? Can I see how background is done? Can I because that's kind of the conditioning that you had, at least as far as my experience is concerned. I'm not complaining or not putting anyone down, but being with him, he's someone who's always encouraged me to do the same. That come along, and what do you feel about this? So even if 100 चीजों में से आधा point अगर मैंने कुछ ऐसा कुछ बोला होगा which probably has been used or made sense, it's a huge victory for me. It's almost like a child, you feel on in that room full of experts. And so I think that's really helped me. It's just helped me underline those understated facts and those notions and those things about the process of filmmaking that must express yourself, must be out there, and you're never working in solitude. even if you're playing one character.
Yeah.
That's what he told me since day one. Always have a 360 degree. Always be aware that think like a director. So you'll never be dependent on anything. Which is, and all my life I've worked, barring 2 directors. All my life I've worked with debut filmmakers. Either it's their first film or second film, and I think that's sort of, which is why I find that I find my comfort in, of course, would love to work with Aditya again, would love to work with some really senior and some really good directors, but I'm very happy collaborating with fresh new energies, because that's the background and now conditioning that I'm coming from mentally. So that he's really empowered my thought process, and can't deny that.
And Aditya and Yami, just like how Jambhale, I'll call you Jambhale only so that there's no confusion now. Just like he said, there's a theater in Kashmir now. Have you all discussed about the possibility of having a premiere over there? So many premieres happen in Mumbai. That's a common thing, but I don't think any film has been premiered over there. So I think just an impulsive question which came in my mind now. Has there been a discussion on that?
No, definitely there was a discussion, but knowing that where we are right now with the baby, we had to reduce a lot of traveling. That's why we are doing this interview also via Zoom. So because of that, we had to take the decision that let's keep it local only mostly, so that it's easier on Yami. Otherwise, we would have loved to do that in Kashmir for sure.
You spot on. That was definitely one of the important discussions. But as someone has said, life is a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're gonna get. So we go with the flow and we improvise.
And Yami, how was it for you to shoot in Kashmir, downtown, and all the places over there? Like, what was it for you as an actor?
As an actor, I mean, it was a mix of lot of emotions. Had I, of course, I've not been raised there. Aditya is a Kashmiri Pandit. I'm from Himachal. I would have had a little different point of view, like an outsider, so to say, point of view. But having known him and his family and relatives and hearing so many stories firsthand, it became kind of a mixed feeling of happy also that yes, we're getting to shoot. We are actually the first film crew to be able to shoot there. I don't know when was the last film which was shot there. I don't know, in downtown.
Downtown, we were the first ever.
Yeah, and at the same time, Aditya and his brother Lokesh, that I knew of stories where somebody's house was there and someone's, those burned bricks are still there, or those. I don't want to make it sound sad or make it a sad story, but so it's a mix of both the things, because you kind of get little transported to those times and you start imagining that what would it be like to be here at that point of time, but. Life goes on. You have to let go past and look in the future. I think the future looks bright, which is one of the reasons why we could go and shoot there, which was one of the reasons why we could make a film, because a decision like that of 370 was taken. And although because of course my work schedule, and we were very, very discreet for obvious security reasons about what the film is, what we are shooting. One of those off days when your crew or your team has gone out, घूमने के लिए Shikara या Aru Valley. One of the common things that came back to me was अब हालात बेहतर हैं, 3-4 साल से कुछ ऐसा इंसिडेंट नहीं हुआ है. What Jambhale was saying, tourism बढ़ गया है, trade बढ़ गया है. I see some kind of I see that positivity in the youth. Of course, Kashmir has always been famous for their wonderful hospitality, but in terms of ground reality, in terms of and to see a national flag being there, I don't know, it just made me really happy. So and kind of, and as an actor also, you feel that yes, it's so authentic. What I'm about to be a part of, that's exactly what the film is. So we're not basing a film. It's not based on something which is we are saying or we are claiming that it's happened. It's for real. And so that's the most incredible feeling. And for me personally, representing a real life female NIA officer, and thank you once again for not making, I don't know, at the risk of sounding but turning into a male character, I'd say it again, and giving me or Priya Mani, these opportunities, which kind of are a mirror to what's happening out there in a world which you and I wouldn't know. And yet what they're doing, their actions have a huge impact, influence on us in some way. So all in all, I think a great, very satisfying, I think, feeling coming out of this film. Absolutely.
Yeah. And lastly, Aditya, what next for you as a director? It has been a while since Uri, and everyone has been waiting to see you direct a film now. Of course, you were heartbroken because of Ashwatthama, which you spoke at the trailer launch event as well. So what next for you?
So, Ashwatthama right now has been put on back burner, but there is something which we are developing, which I think in all probability we are going into shoot in June, July.
Yeah.
And जैसे ही उसके बारे में announcement होगी, सबसे पहले आप ही को बताएंगे सर.
मतलब आपको I think बताने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. He'll just put it out in the world. Something big coming up, guys. Just hold on. In an hour.
So I'm really looking forward to knowing what he's doing next.
Oh, believe me, there are moments when I feel, the only time I feel, oh, I wish I was a guy. Because I know the story, I've read the script.
Yeah.
And it's a world, it's something which you've not seen before. And knowing the kind of creative force Aditya is, we have all the right to haq se, to ask Aditya to again now break to do completely something different from Uri, which he has created, and he'll always do it.
True.
Being predictable or following just the pattern or the trend or the path has never been his thing. So I'm really excited for what's coming up next time.
Same here. I hope you announce it soon and let me know before that.
Absolutely.
Perfect. On that note, thank you so much. It was lovely speaking to all of you, and looking forward to Article 370.
Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.